Hello and welcome to another update video about GALA. GALA continues to be in this overall corrective structure here. There are certainly different ways of how this can be counted. Bear in mind that when we talk about altcoins, the microstructures are often very sloppy, choppy, yeah, and you see some distortions. That's just the way it goes. My view is that we're dealing with an ABC structure here that could send the price certainly higher, should go above 2.6 cents, more towards, and that's hard to say because we haven't got a defined low in place, but more towards roughly 2.6 is definitely a key level to watch, but potentially even 3.6 cents, and then depending how the structure behaves from there, higher. We have to be on our toes here with GALA. The main reason is that this is a corrective move up. So we have to really be flexible with the structures. The move that we currently see, ideally in this ABC structure, completes the A wave. Then we get a B wave down that could be quite deep. And then 5 waves up. That's sort of the structure I'm tracking. That could stretch out quite a bit. It really will be a challenge to determine how high the wave 2 goes. It's likely a corrective structure. So I'm very much observing this. We're tracking the uptrend as long as it's going, but just be aware when that uptrend breaks, then it could send us down lower again. Now, important to understand is that there is some kind of a reversal pattern here evolving. Left shoulder, maybe a small head and shoulders pattern even though it's not really a clear head and shoulders pattern, but inverse, yeah. Left shoulder, head, and the right shoulder. Maybe this move here is now the right shoulder, but it doesn't really matter. We don't need that kind of pattern. We've got the Elliott waves that also give us a clue of which support levels now actually need to hold and what might be going on here. So I'm counting the move up initially as an A wave. Then the last leg up here was only in 3 waves. So my interpretation is that this was a high B wave. The move down could have been an A wave, so corrective A wave, B wave, and now we come down in the C wave. Certainly not an impulse, this C wave, but possibly a diagonal structure. So there are different ways, again, how you can interpret this. So we could, for example, put the wave 1 here. This is the 2, and then we come down like this, or this is actually the 1, this is the 2, and we're now unfolding as a 3rd wave. In diagonals, you will find different interpretations everywhere. So, but this could have been an A wave, B wave, now the C wave. Important to understand is that in a diagonal, the sub-wave structures, they are pretty much corrective. So I think this might need one more low to complete the C wave of wave 3, maybe then another 4 and 5, and it could be complete. Important to understand that 3rd wave in a diagonal often reaches the 1.236 extension to the 1-to-1 ratio to the 1.618 extension, and that's a 3rd wave. So we're basically here in this region. We've just touched the 1.236. I wouldn't be surprised if this stretches out to 1.7 cents, which is the 1.618. Then maybe a 4th wave and a 5th wave down lower. So at least at the moment I have no evidence that this move down is completed. That's pretty much the wave count I showed you yesterday. But we didn't know yesterday if it would evolve or unfold as a diagonal or an impulse, and it seems to go the route of a diagonal. So prepare for some choppiness. It's you have to expect quick rallies and breakdowns afterwards in such a diagonal. So only 3 waves up as well. So yeah, I'm going to follow this structure. Again, I think one more small low possibly to reach that 38.2 retracement. That's also the 1.618 extension I showed you and previous structural support. So there should be some support there. Then a wave 4 bounce. In a diagonal that could be quite aggressive, we'll see. And then a wave 5 down to complete it all. That's sort of from a micro perspective view how I think it could ideally develop. Then we need to understand that a breakout point to the upside for me would be the 2.06 cent level. So basically getting above the A wave high would for me count as a potential breakout, at least an attempt. And if we get a sustained break above that level, this would give us some clues that we are in the wave C. And then also what we can do is to take the length of the A wave. We go to the high of the B wave. And if we talk about targets to the downside, then yeah, it reached a 1-to-1 ratio here. So technically this could be complete. I mean, you always need to be ready for a bounce of the 1-to-1 ratio, because when we have an overshooting B wave, the C wave doesn't actually need to go below the low of the A wave, but it would be ideal based on the structure here. But again, in diagonals, that's often a matter of interpretation. So yeah, we'll see. The 1.618 extension level would point down to 1.56 cents. So it's all pointing towards the yellow box. But if we break above that 2.06 cent level, we might break out a little earlier. Overall, the trend is up against 1.4 cents. I think that's the most important message. And if we go deeper into the support area, better reward to risk ratio. Okay, that's my update about GALA. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.